Hi, I'm Kate Ward, and this is your Dickman Farms Smart Gardening Tip. It has been a rainy summer, and what can you do in a rainy summer? Lots, because lots of things are growing like mad, love these conditions, that you might either want to have a beautiful, big, huge, tall garden, because it's very, very big and tall and lush, because we have all this rain and nice temperatures, or you might have some funguses that are deciding it loves this weather. It's time to deadhead, it's to do some pruning. There's all sorts of things to do. So let us show you with our little bag of tricks, things that you could be looking out for and doing. So this is a wonderful time of year. Let's start there with trimming. So you could take your bushes, and if you have some overachievers within those bushes, you could trim them back. Now, certain plants are gonna be conducive to hedge trimming, like this spirea, and this has gone out of bloom here, but if we were to lightly trim it with hedge trimmers, just to get it back to a roundish form, what we would find is it would send out another set of blooms for us. Meanwhile, this quince, it's not gonna bloom again, but it's getting a little uneven, so we could go through and strategically select certain branches to clip back to give us an overall rounded form without that heavy, tight, sheared look. Other things you'll find is you might get a couple little leavies here and there that could be pulled off on your perennials. Now, we're into summer. So what is there in summer? Oh, there's all sorts of critters out there, which include baby animals and big animals. They're wandering about. So things like this phlox, which in this case is nicely branched. Well, why is it nicely branched? Because somebody came in here and ate it at one point, and that was a deer. So big mama deer's like, come on baby, and let me show you where you can go snack. Let's not do that. So this would be a good time of year to spray your repellents. Get them used to not being in the area. This is not a buffet for them. And with this rain, you might have to apply a little more frequently than you would if it was a dry summer. So if it's not gonna rain, it'll go, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. If it's gonna rain heavy, you might have to apply every week. And a good idea would be to apply with 2 different ones so they don't get used to the scent. Well, what else do we have here? Well, for the most part, we're in good shape with most plants, but there's a couple holes here. And there's a couple spots here. Well, with this rainy weather, what we have is fantastic for things like funguses. So something like this daconil will treat fungicide. It's a fungicide. All it does is treat fungus type things. So 3-way control, yay. It'll tell you that you can use it on flowers, veggies, shrubs, fruit, shade tree, lots of stuff. And hey, cool, rain proof, yay. So in a year like this, you're gonna look for things like black spots can get on some roses. This happens to be a knockout type, so it doesn't usually get black spot, which is cool. But there's some other little bits and blights that you might see out there. Now, if you saw holes, holes usually indicate that it might be something that's eating it. So maybe something that you need, like this Rose RX. So if I have holes in my leaves and blemishes, this is gonna treat both. Now Rose RX doesn't just have to use roses. So it's been a particularly good Japanese beetle year, yay. So this will also take out Japanese beetles and a bunch of other listed insects. So make sure you look, is that the critter that I'm treating for? Because if it isn't, I can spray till I'm blue in the face. I'm not sure how long that takes, but I think that's a long time, and it's still not gonna do any good. So make sure you have the right product for whatever you're up to. So come on, let's go over here. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna walk across the lawn. Isn't this fun? Oh, walk across the lawn, yay, no problem. Now listen, be quiet. Can you hear that? Yeah, that's squish. Now that squish, we can even see. This is where the lawnmower came through. I have some darker in here. With all of this rain, we've gotten so much that actually this grass is a good indicator. We don't want to do a lot of walking or traversing on areas that are really getting really squishy. We don't want to work in the gardens too much by digging, because you can add to compaction, and really plants that are meant to live above ground that stay wet, you can even see that, look at that. Wet like that, it's not great for their root systems to get that compaction. So we're gonna try not to stress them out any more than absolutely possible. So if you can, in those areas, if you have them, stay out of them. So if you wanted to do anything, normally this time of year, we're in July, you could add some fertilizer down. But you'd want to not do too much weed control because normally things are going dormant. It's dry usually. Things are going to sleep for the summer. Well, we've had so much rain that not only could you do a weed and feed on your lawn and be quite successful, you could go through and spot hit anything that might be growing, like there's little grasses there, you could spot hit those guys because they're still actively growing. In a summer that's dry, they go to sleep. So those weed controls don't work as well. But in wet year, it's gonna work. As is, these guys are growing like mad because we've had all this water, and here I am stepping in my wet spot. I just told you not to step in. Whee! Something like Plant Zone. This is a granular, general release we can put through these gardens to give them a nice feed, because you can see they might be slightly off color because they pushed so much growth, they might use all of their nutrients up. The same goes actually for any containers that you have. You might have put in your containers and if you do a water liquid fertilizer, that's gonna be tough because they're wet all the time. You don't wanna add more water. So you might use a granular slow release, or possibly in the vegetable garden, the same thing. This is a granular slow release, so we don't have to add more water, but we can give them food. So think about that. Organics are a good way to go too. And look around. What might need to be trimmed, deadheaded, that kind of thing. Just get rid of some extra blossoms and some extra yuck that's out there. Now I'm gonna take you around the front, and you can see here, yay for the deer, this is where repellents, why we'd use them. Azaleas and rhodies, don't trim them. You missed your window. If you do, you're cutting off flowers. We'll go right around this grass. A couple more things I want to show you, because there's something you can't do too much about. So this is an osteo, and this osteo isn't as happy as can be, and the reason is because it's staying wet. This happens to be heavy clay soil. Heavy clay soil holds moisture. So in a season like this, no amount of extra fertilizer is going to help this too much. It looks a little shaggy, a little unkempt. What we need is we actually need it to dry out a little bit, and we need the heat. So we want both of those things so that the roots can dry out and we can go back into really good, active, healthy growth. So if you have something like this, just know you're doing the best you can, and we need to say, hey, Mother Nature, could you turn the spigot down a little bit on the rain? That'd be super handy. So go out there, check out, watch out for who you see coming. You never know when you might see them. You can see the brown in this plant. That's caused by this little tiny guy. So you never know who you're gonna see out there. There's lots to do in a rainy year. One more thing. Oh man, there's been a lot in this one. I know, hang tight. So the last thing I'm gonna say, rain, right? Oh wow, it's kind of nice. It's lots of lush growth, but these guys. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain. They're coming. If they're not in your backyard yet, they're coming. So this is exactly, it's a clip-on, deep-free. You can put it on your clothing to surround you. Another really cool product that we have, you might want to try, lasts up to 90 days, is this thing. And the coolest thing about it, this is so gross, is that you put it in a thing, you don't necessarily notice, but they drink in the juice that they think that they want, like, and it ferments in their stomach, and they explode. So, like, I mean, they're not gonna be flying by and be like, pew, pew, like little fireworks, but still, really cool mode of action. 100% you can see American made, eco-friendly, 90 days, so a good thing to have. You don't need a ton of them for a lot of space. So consider adding that to your repertoire when we get our beautiful upcoming August weather, where we can go outside and play and not get eaten alive. So get out there and garden. We'll see you soon. Ask us with questions.